All right, welcome into Sportscape. I am Derrick Clyburn, and I'm joined once again by John Felipe.
I-
John, how you doing today?
I'm doing incredible, and I got a little bear over here, Coda. He's here against his will, but dogs make for great ratings.
Yeah, man, it's been a good day. The second week of preseason is going on, and I think we've been shown some pretty good football so far, and it's preparing us for the season. Only like 20 days away, I believe, so we're getting closer and closer, and I think it's going to be a great season. So,
Yeah.
um, first off, I just want to say, what are your early takeaways from the preseason? And are there any training camp updates that, different things happened at training camp that caught your eye this week? Yeah, do you, what are some new any training camp updates or what are your preseason observations from the Panthers and what you've seen the last week or so?
Well, I think one is, and I could not emphasize this enough. Jalen Coker is the real deal. He's somebody that can play every single position. He could play the X when Xavier Legette went out, and the flanker, the Z, the slot with Adam Thielen when he gets hurt. Like, he's somebody that can play a variety of different positions, and he's good at doing all of them. So I'm excited to see what Jalen Coker can do, and he's shown out, especially the last preseason game. This one, not a lot of people showed up, but the first preseason game, Jalen Coker looked incredible, and really that entire receiving room is it's going to make for some difficult decisions. Speaking of the other side of the ball, there's Thornton, the cornerback. A lot of people
Yes.
say the Panthers don't have cornerback depth, and he's somebody that's shown out consistently, which I'm excited to see what he can do as well. He looked very physical against the Houston Texans earlier today, so I think it's funny. Anish, I think his name is, said,
Mhm.
dude that does the Panthers like broadcasting, said,
Yep.
yeah, he said like it's as if it's JC Horn with all the length and all the strength, but none of the speed. And I was like, oh dang, he's coming for his life. But it helped me understand also like the kind of player he is. I would take that as an undrafted free agent any day of the week, and I'm hoping he
Right.
delivers. Yeah. So those are some of the observations that I found from training camp.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely think Jalen Coker, I like what I've seen from him. Many people believe he's merging as the second receiver behind
Yep,
Tedero Dillon this year.
I agree with
And
that
kind
synopsis.
of yeah, yeah, surpassing basically Xavier Legette, I'm a first round pick from last year. So
Yeah,
I think it's definitely helped. I think it's helped the competition. I think he's pushing the limits. I mean, he's making Legette kind of step up his game now so he can, reach his potential or play well enough so he can get that spot back. Or even even if they're all out there, it's all going to help everybody. If they're all at their best, when they're all at their best, it's going to help everybody out there.
for real. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And we have a
one other
strong
dude,
receiving core. So like they're gonna help
yeah,
each other out.
absolutely, absolutely. And one other guy I wanted to talk about, Nick scored. I know in week one of the preseason, he had a really good game. I thought like PFF rated him. He had like a 91 PFF grade from his performance. But he had like a sack, a
Mhm.
couple pressures, all that. I thought he was really very impressive in the first game. So one of the guys that they're going to be dependent on this year to add to that depth they have with defensive line, which they also, added like some great additions this offseason in free agency and then during the draft with him and Princely. So I
Mhm.
definitely think that's something that bodes well for the Panthers and their defense. One
Yeah.
that was not great last year.
Certainly
So
compared to
that's
last
good to
year.
see.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Going in the Colts camp, real quick. I think in the first game you saw Tyler Warren. You saw his debut. You saw a glimpse
Okay.
of what they're gonna be doing with him, and I think I like what I saw. I mean,
Me
they're getting
too.
the balls to him. I mean, a lot. I mean, just feeding him touches, giving the ball in different ways, quick passes, getting him like downfield a little bit. So I definitely think he's going to be a great addition for the Colts this year. Adonai Mitchell, I think he's been great in camp. I mean, they've been raving about him. All the reporters have been raving about him in camp. We know his potential, his talent, his upside.
Yeah,
He just has to put it together. Last year, he got open a lot, but he just didn't catch the ball a lot. I mean,
yeah.
his timing with the quarterbacks was off a lot. So I think this year,
It happens with the Colts
seeing
a
that he
lot of
has that,
the time.
yeah, 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 seeing the chemistry that he's, getting with Daniel Jones and both Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson this offseason, it's been great to see. Um, Once again, of course, we got to touch on the quarterback competition. I mean, Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones. Anthony Richardson
I
looks
think
better than Daniel Jones from
is
what I've heard. Yeah,
there a
he's a
neck and neck? Do you think one has like a slight edge, even like through body language with the coach, the way they talk?
um. I think it's been pretty close. I
Yeah,
mean, they haven't really given much. I feel like the people that have been at camp have kind of been saying that AR's been Anthony Richardson's been playing a little better than Daniel Jones,
because
but
he
Daniel
gets those
Jones
upset
hasn't done
calls.
right, right. I mean, they, and then I feel like they're leaning towards Anthony Richardson just because they drafted him. They want him to start because this is his potential and upside. But Daniel Jones hasn't done anything really to like separate himself. Like if you like to me, if you're going in a quarterback competition and you want to come in and win it, you have to like separate yourself from the guy you're competing with,
Right.
especially the guy that the team drafted. And he's just looked uninspiring. I mean, in the first game, I wasn't
Yeah.
really, I didn't really like the
You
way
weren't
he was
excited to
playing.
like cheer for him.
I thought today, because the day they played, I thought he played better today. He had some nice throws.
That's
I
cool.
just AR played decently. I mean, he led a touchdown drive today. Touchdown drive today.
Yeah.
So I think it's like at this point, and then like Shane Steichen after the game said he pretty much knows where he wants to go with. I mean, seen everything he needs to see to decide who's the quarterback going to be in it. Should be, he should tell the public who the quarterback is in the next couple of days. So I'll be looking forward to that.
Oh,
And I'm
snap.
hoping it's Anthony
No,
Richardson.
can we like push back our fantasy draft a couple days? Like, wow.
Yeah, that would be good because if Anthony Richardson is the starter, we know what he can do because his rushing ability and his deep throws. I mean, that helps with fantasy as well. I mean, the biggest things that help with
Anthony
scoring.
Richardson is
Yeah,
my automatic last round pick. But don't
I
listen to
mean, he
this.
has to be.
Yeah, and don't listen to
And the
this.
people that you draft with going to see this after the fact after the draft.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So it's definitely good to see. Um, I think one thing that's concerned me a little bit in Colts camp is just the injuries.
Yeah.
The cornerback we drafted this year, Justin Wally, he tore his ACL during camp, so that was just a
Yikes.
big blow to the defensive back
Yeah,
unit.
especially a
I mean, we
torn ACL.
already
Oh, that's you said that was a
yes,
draft pick?
yeah, Justin Wally, the one we drafted this year, Justin Wally,
Dang, especially before you even started. Uh, I
right?
feel bad.
And he
'Cause
was
I know about
he,
Jonathan Brooks, like,
yeah, man, it's devastating. It's
it's
especially
devastating.
with the position that
That's the perfect
yeah,
word for it.
absolutely. I mean, I hate training camp injuries. I hate injuries in the preseason that affect
I wish there could
what's
just be
going
no
on.
injuries.
No injuries. Injury free. Can we just get injury free for the rest of the season, please?
Yeah, do
That's
that.
all we can ask.
Yeah, like
That's all we can ask right now.
it's like we're playing Madden. Just press injuries off.
Injury, right? I mean, goodness, because it isn't our defensive back room isn't as deep as it needs to be already. So we kind of got. It's like, oh, should we go and sign a veteran?
Never saw him.
Hmm.
That's the
Yeah,
part that was tragic about Jonathan Brooks as well. It was like 2
yeah.
games, and he was looking good too. But not good enough to like get attention, but like just off of the
Mhm.
big like few runs that he had, you know.
Yeah, he was showing glimpses. He was showing like what he can do, what he do in
Yeah,
those couple of games. And Justin Wally, I mean, the cornerback, he was on projected to start. Like he was leaning on, like they were saying he might start opposite Tre'Davious Ward as the second cornerback. So now I mean, we have Jalen Jones, I think, who's a up and coming player who played well last year. He started last
Yeah.
year, but just to see the competition that we have with those two, just to show that he was competing and winning, the actually might had a chance to
Yeah.
win that job, just gave us so much, confidence. Like man,
Excitement.
we got three corners we can, depend on. Like now it's just like we
Yeah.
got two, and then we also got Kenny Moore. That's the third one, but he's the slot corner. So it's just
Yeah, because it's like
something
Chelsea
definitely to
away
watch out. Mm-hmm.
for the
Right.
Panthers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's definitely something. And then a lot of receivers, they were dealing with nagging injuries. Josh Downs, Michael Pittman. Um, they were dealing with nagging injuries.
I was
So
gonna ask, and then we can get to the next subject. But I'm curious
absolutely.
about this. I'm a big, huge draft fan. Like, if Jenna were here right now, she would be like, "Yeah, we know he loves talking about the draft." We're like, well, this person has 36-inch arms, but I want to know about. I enjoyed AD Mitchell. Like, I was thinking he was going to be a good pick, and you guys actually got him. So what's his deal? How's he doing with the team? I mean, his measurables are crazy. His tapes look great, but everybody was talking behind the scenes with like him as a person, you know. And so, how's he
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, AD Mitchell, I mean, he's been one of the standouts at camp. Like I said earlier, I
Hey,
mean, he's been making some impressive catches in the joint practices. I mean, his chemistry with both quarterbacks has been pretty good, with Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. So, I mean, that's been a good thing to see. Um, he's already showed his ability to separate and get open. Like one thing he just has to do is like catch the ball. Like his chemistry with the quarterbacks has to be there. That's something that he's improved on this summer and this offseason. Something that he didn't do well necessarily last year, but this year we expect the big things. I mean Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, AD Mitchell, Tyler Warren. Now, I mean we got some dudes that
yeah,
can. We got a versatility at in the wide receiver position. So Ashton Doolin, someone like that. So we got depth. I think we got some definitely some different dudes that we can use in different ways to help the quarterbacks out. I mean,
yeah.
then definitely dudes that can do some big things this year. So that's exciting to see.
No, I'm excited to see the Colts too. I feel like I'm a proxy fan.
Absolutely, absolutely. So today we're gonna get into some fantasy football things today. This gives some touch on some different topics. So we're gonna get into it. Um, John, man, just tell everybody what your fantasy football experience has been like since you started. Like when did you start and like how's it, gotten better as the years gone by?
Yeah, so I was actually indoctrinated from a young age. No, I'm kidding. I started I started playing fantasy football as a kid, and I was the one that kind of rallied my family, not the other way around, to
Okay.
join all my uncles and aunts and whatnot, from like I think 2010, 2011 ish, and it's like, oh, football season's going on, come join the fantasy league, pick people and see if we can win. And so it started as just like that. And then since then, it's grown into a yearly thing. We've since gone to sleeper. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, my journey's been a good one. And now I actually know what I'm talking about. When I was a kid, I was just like, I know that name.
You just picking people that picking your favorite players. Like, oh man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But this tell the people how addicting fantasy football is. Like how many leagues are you in and like how addicted it's gotten, like how fun it is, just to
Mm.
see your team, pick your teams and watch them play. Yeah, watch it play out.
Especially, all right. So I mean, a lot of people listening don't need to know this, but please, it's good to have joys in life. It's good to have things that like excite you and that are interesting to, like and to put yourself into. And fantasy football is one of them. Dog, you can look at like what's going on. You can follow your team. You're able to see the landscape of the league and be like, I think I anticipate this guy's going to have an outbreak. And you can actually like pick him in a fantasy world and then be the champion of that world. Hey, it's a pretty cool concept. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just the bragging rights you have with your friends, your
Bragging
family
rights, man.
members. Yes, yes, yes. And then, I mean, money's been added to it now. So you get some, and some fantasy leagues, you win money if you get like if you come first, second, or third. So it's getting as the years going by. I mean, Sleeper, different apps are coming in with different, adding different rules, different ways that we can have fun. I mean, at first, like we never heard of PPR and all this other type stuff, and like Dynasty and Keeper leagues and redraft and all this other
And now I'm
type of
a
stuff.
part of
Like it's
all of it.
all of it, all of it. I mean, as far as my experience, I mean, I started in high school, like me and like a group of friends, like
Right.
I mean, we all been watching sports all our life. We've been playing sports all our lives. One day it was like, man, we just need to start a fantasy league. He started up, and man, I'm telling you, I had like the best experience that first year, man. I was like, I had the turn. So the last pick in the turn, like the turn pick, you know about that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, being able, like, I picked Antonio Brown, Julio Jones my first year, 2015. I mean, I think I maybe lost maybe one game that year in the regular season, and then I lost
Feels
in the
good, doesn't
championship
it?
because
Is that
yes,
what got
it
you
was
started? You're like, I'm gonna do this every year.
every year. I'm about to win every year. I mean, or about to
That's
be,
hilarious.
contending every year, right? And the reason I lost was because of Cam Newton. I mean, I'll let it slide because it was Cam. He's one of my favorite players ever. So
Oh,
other
so
guy had Cam Newton in championship game. So
not
and that was his
the
MVP year. So of course I lost.
official position of the podcast. The official position of the podcast. We will not allow any Cam Newton slander.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's rule number one. Rule number
Yeah.
one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that was his MVP year. I lost in the championship, but it was a fun year. I mean, fantasy football,
Yeah.
it helps people learn about the game. It gets them excited about the game. I
Oh,
mean,
Jenna knows about it
it
so
helps you
much.
to watch more games.
Jenna,
Mhm.
exactly. It gets people engaged. Jenna knows so much more about football because of fantasy football.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. This is a great time. Talk about some of your favorite players you ever drafted on your team. Let's talk about that. Yeah.
Favorite players I've ever drafted. Okay, so I think the striking out on a running back that no one sees coming always feels amazing. And I drafted Kareem Hunt
Mhm.
his rookie year, where that dude was
Oh, yeah.
he was electric throughout the year, but that first game, his like first drive, he fumbled it, and everybody,
Mhm.
my friends were like memeing me. They're like, "Oh, Kareem Hunt, huh? How's your opponent doing?"
Right.
He never fumbled that entire year and killed it. So getting those like gem running backs has to be one, and Kareem Hunt is one of those. Ramondre Stevenson, the year that Damian Lewis retired, right before the
Mhm.
season started, he's another. Um,
Yeah.
Brees Hall. Oh my gosh, his rookie year, he was
Mhm.
great. At the
His rookie
back
year, that was a great year.
at
Yes.
the back half of it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are a few.
Yeah. 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 Like I said, I mean, I had Antonio Brown, Julio Jones. Those were I mean, in the slap prime. I mean, had amazing seasons. Like Antonio Brown was going on this, like, he was doing this stretch where he was like, those two were the best receivers in the league. So I was like, man, I'm living good. I'm eating good, right here,
Yeah, really good.
And I had like Big Ben. I had Big Ben as the quarterback, and that's when he was still slinging it around. I mean, they had that great offense with, Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. So, he was getting it, spraying it around to people. I think what's his name? Montavious Bryant or whatever his name was back in the
Yeah,
day. They had him too.
yeah, he's. I
Yeah.
mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
turn
so I
skilled
had, yeah,
fantasy
those was,
keepers into stars for some reason, and then they trade them away or cut them.
I mean, they get the receivers with issues. So off the field issues. So, I mean, when that
Yeah,
happens, I mean, the talent's
I
always
mean,
there,
how
but
many
you never
receivers
know
did
what
they
can
have?
happen.
Mike Wallace, and then Antonio Brown. I mean, like, think of all the other ones. Chase Claypool, George
Yeah.
Pickens. Like, there's so many receivers that
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson from the Panthers, like, there's so many receivers that they like get and then like leave and have issues or whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It was. I mean, they have a type, as you say, they have a type, whatever you want
Sure.
to put it like. So, I mean, yeah, man.
They
I
think they
think,
can fix him. It's like a girlfriend that thinks you can. Oh man, he's a mess, but I can fix him.
yeah,
I'll get
like
the
you,
best
it's
out
like,
of him.
man, I can get the best out of this guy right here. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, yeah. Who are some of the players you're excited about this year, going into this year's NFL season, fantasy season? Who's some of the players that you like?
Well, I can let the secret information out now because I just recently. But Chase Brown was my dude all the way. I knew he was going to be a stud this year. I know he's going to be a stud. And especially, I mean,
Mhm,
when your offensive coordinator says, oh, he's going to be a household name by the end of the season, I'm like, all right, I'm going to invest in this dude. And so Chase Brown. And then the other my dude was T Mac because I truly believe
mhm.
in this Panthers offense. And I think that this Panthers offense is going to exceed expectations as long as Bryce Young becomes who he is already. Like if he can like play that out and get that timing with T Mac, like that connection is going to be incredible. Like I'm excited to see what's going to happen. So those are my two guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, T Mac, man, you even saw it in week one in the preseason, like that route
Yeah.
he had, like he routed that dude up in the end zone
Oh,
and
you didn't
like
have
Bryce, like
to
it
extract
was
it.
yeah. Yeah. It was and then he had a touchdown pass that he dropped there, but he will catch most of those. So just
You
seeing that him
saw
and Bryce,
instantly he was like, I got you. I see what you were trying to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chemistry they got is just you can already
Good.
see it out there and he's
And that's
definitely
how I feel about Jalen
I think
Coker
he's
too.
gonna be
I feel like it needs to be like Jalen Coker, wide receiver number two, and Xavier Legette just does like fun routes, crossing across the field, showing his strength. But like, I
oh
think
yeah.
Jalen
Oh
Coker is a
yeah.
better full time receiver.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then Chase Brown, I mean, saw at the last part of the year, he started playing well at the end of the season. And then they're already in this like mega explosive offense with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And just the way, I mean, they're gonna have to score a lot of points because their defense is awful, god awful. But yeah, I mean, Chase Brown, you can expect him. I mean, they're in the red zone a lot, so he's gonna get a lot of touches. I mean, passing opportunities, a bit chances to score. So I definitely hiding him as well this year too. So those are some great players. I think for me, it's just Drake London. I think he's really gonna have a breakout year. Drake London. Like last year when Michael Penix
I
came
think
in
he's
there,
doing
I mean,
really well too. It made me upset because Camden in our picks up league was able to get Devon
mhm,
Achan and then come back around for Drake London, and I was like, oh, that
that's
year
tough.
you're gonna have a good foundation for that team.
That is tough. That's tough. Drake London, man, you can just see his upside, the talent he has. But see the chemistry with him and Michael Penix. I mean, I think
Yeah.
he had like so many targets. Like he was targeting him so much when he finally got the starting gig, like Michael Penix. So I think he's gonna have I mean, he has a chance to be wide receiver one. I think like in fantasy, or even lead the league in like a receiving yards, just because I think
Yeah.
that's the type of talent he has. That's the type of ability he has.
And
And
the
the
offense
offense, I mean,
led around him. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. And like that whole offense around him and B John, obviously, them two draft. If you want
Dude,
to draft
the
both of them,
Mooney is hurt right now too. Like, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So you definitely should draft those dudes. Those dudes are some of the dudes like. I like Lat McConkey at the end of last year. You just saw him take off last year with Justin Herbert, this becoming his main target, his number one weapon. I mean, the wide receiver room is kind of suspect anyway, but like I said, Lad McConkey, you got to draft that man. He is someone. I mean, the playoffs. I think he had he had 100 something yards in the playoffs. I mean, like 2 touchdowns
He
or something
won
like
me.
that in that
He
playoff
won
game.
me my championship last year in Bosch Dynasty. Yeah.
Oh, so you know firsthand. You know firsthand.
And I wanted him in the draft I love you, XL, but I loved Lad McConkey, and I was so upset that we didn't get him when we had the opportunity to.
Man. Yeah. So those are some dudes. I'm thinking guys like Amari and Hampton. That's a guy another dude I'm high on. From
Yeah,
the Los Angeles
and
Chargers. He played at UNC.
he's gonna be from Chapel Hill. He's gonna be, I mean, a force to be reckoned with, especially the more days Najee Harris doesn't even get on the field. If he's a workhorse with his talent, man, he's gonna be a stud.
Yeah, man. I mean, the way John Harbaugh likes to run the football, the way he likes to run first, run first.
Yeah, and Greg Roman from
I'm is one of them.
Ravens, the
Absolutely.
offensive coordinator.
Both of them. Yeah, they love to run the football. I mean, you saw it last year, even when they didn't have, the running back talent, but they still like to run the football. I mean, because Justin Herbert's, passing wasn't as high. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, man. And then Amari Hampton, he's a physical runner. He's someone who doesn't go down on the first tackle or first attempt to hit him. I mean, he's someone that can catch out the backfield. So I definitely think he has the ability to do some good things this year.
yeah, he has
I mean, there's
great.
so many great players.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm, for sure. Yeah. Speaking of players, I mean, let's talk about some of the players that's burned us over the years. I mean, when you play fantasy football, you have you're so invested in some of the players that you draft, and then when they don't pan out, when they
heartbreaking.
struggle, when they disappoint you, when they underperform, it's just so devastating. It's heartbreaking, as you said. I mean, talk about some of the players that's done that to you over the years.
uh, 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 two Jets players that we have just spoken about, Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson. I was so sure over the last 2 years that those dudes were going to be studs both of the years. And I'm like, I'm going to invest everything. You guys are fading them for no reason. And then they went on to disappoint me 2 years in a row. I think those are two of my
Right.
biggest fades recently.
Man,
What about you?
Garrett Wilson, I was so high on him. I mean, I mean, Garrett Wilson. I mean, I'm talking dynasty leagues. I'm talking IDP leagues. I'm talking Devi leagues. I'm picking this man. I'm like, man, this gonna be the next guy. He gonna be the next dude.
Right?
Like he gonna be
He's
like
so
one of the
good
best
too.
receivers in the
He's so
league,
talented.
and so talented. Man, you can just see it, man. And then you go out there and you're like, man, I mean, because he gets a lot of targets. Like he's one of the leagues and one of the top guys, receivers and targets every year. But
Yeah,
this
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
really account to yards and touchdowns. His quarterback play
His
obviously
quarterback play
sucks.
has been horrific. Exactly.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers last year, and then who was it before? Zach Wilson or whoever the heck it was that year.
Zach
But
Wilson. And then a
um,
bunch of other backups like Mike White.
Mike White and people like that. So it's definitely I definitely think it's some on the quarterback position, but it's just like you expect so much more from him. I mean, it's like this guy has so much hype, and maybe it's our fault because of their offense. We should know better, but
The thing
you see
is,
his
he's
highlights,
so
you see his
good.
potential.
Exactly. He's
Yes,
so good as a receiver. Like, that's the thing that's like, he's being wasted away over here. Imagine him like on the Chiefs or something. Like,
yeah, it's
I mean, I would hate to imagine him
crazy.
on the Chiefs because that would be infinite Super Bowl like lock.
Oh man, that'd be insane.
That would not be fun at all.
That would be unfair,
Yeah,
unfair.
yeah.
I think another player that burned me, Tua Tal I don't even know how to say his last name, but Tua,
Tagovailoa.
this guy right here, man. Yeah, yeah, Tua Tagovailoa. Um, I traded for this man in one of my leagues. Gave up a lot of capital for him. I was expecting him to lead me to the promised land. Listen, peace, so to be. And then this dude, I mean, it's not necessarily his fault, but he got injured. The concussions that
The
hurt.
concussions
And then
cut
we did
things
play. He
down.
was and it just didn't pan out for him. And then it's like Tua, come on, man, what you doing? And then it's like, come on. So it's like them, and then another player, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I had him last year. That guy was awful. I just want to
Yeah,
say, um, a player that had so much hype. The next, I don't know what they maybe next Peyton Manning or whatever they were hyping him up to be. Has all the talent in the world. Obviously, he might have a breakout season this year. We'll see. But I needed him to play so much better than he did for me last year. So he's
yeah.
another player that I was disappointed in,
A lot of people were
and that's definitely
disappointed in
hurt me.
Trevor Lawrence
I mean, yeah, it's bad at this point.
because he was like the next coming of Christ or whatnot. Like they were literally like, dude is
He,
like the guy that the Jaguars got lucky that they sucked so bad that they got to get him, and
right.
he's been all right, like he's been like okay,
Yeah,
you know.
he's been decent, but he hasn't been like what they thought he
No,
would
they're
be.
like they're billing him the next Messiah, like yeah, the next Peyton Manning.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad. It
It's
was
hard to tell with quarterbacks,
the
man. It really is.
yeah, man. It's been up and down with him. Let's see who else are we talking about? Some breakout players. I know we talk about people that disappointed us. Another breakout player. I forgot to touch on this guy, Bucky Irvin. Oh man, I'm really high on him. Like
Yeah.
Bucky Irvin last year.
Yeah. Vince.
Speaking of people that disappoint me, Rashad White,
Dude's like a
you're one
second
of those
round.
players that disappointed me.
That's why I respected the balls that you took
Oh
on the
my
one-handed,
goodness.
because literally you cannot know. You got to go with your
Yeah.
conviction, guys, especially at running back. Like that dude was just not talented. And I was thinking, I don't know why people are spending second round picks. Man, Rashad White, second round pick, did nothing and then got worse throughout the year.
Got worse, and then now obviously Bucky Irvin is the number one running back in that room. So
Yes,
it's
that's
like,
why he
and
got
I drafted
worse.
him in Dynasty too, so that's even more devastating. That's even more devastating Dynasty because you don't get the redraft. You got to drop that dude or trade him or something. His
Yeah,
trade value is not great, to say the least.
Dynasty's
So
hard.
Dynasty, you have to be on your piece. Squeeze. Somebody got injured, like, oh man, I need to go pick him up. Little did you know, somebody else just like picked him up like a second after it happened. You're like,
Yeah, literally.
what they did? Had the Apple on during the game or something? Like like they was watching this, like they was scrolling or something, and on the app, and then when they saw, oh, this dude right here, oh, let me go ahead and pick him up.
Yeah.
Or if you're in a league who has Fab, which is money, where you bid on a player, they will bid some outrageous amount for him. You'd be like, man, how is I supposed to know this dude's gonna bid like $150 for this dude? Like this dude off the watch, like this random dude.
Yeah, and you only have like two hundred
Bid like,
dollars for
man,
the whole
like
season.
maybe like yeah, I'm like maybe he's worth like $10, $20, but nah, I'll look up. I'll look up on the next day. I'm like, why would they do something like that? I guess it wasn't meant to be because I'm not doing that. But Dynasty, it's fun though. When you know what you're doing, it's fun, exciting, and all that different type of
Yeah.
stuff. But if you don't know what you're doing, it can be troubling. People can finesse you in trades, whatever it may be. I mean, you got to be on your P's and Q's when you're in Dynasty.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite?
Like redraft has enough variables itself. So I think it's much more enjoyable for me to go into something where I have at least some semblance of control. Because I'm putting this effort and trying
Yeah.
to and money. Like so I would prefer redraft if I had to pick what gives me the most enjoyment in terms of the structure of the system. But I did like Dynasty last year because I won. I won a championship the first year. So it made it more fun for me.
I think I like both. I mean, I've won redraft. I won in Dynasty. I think it's more fulfilling in Dynasty just because it's like, man, I finally won in Dynasty. It's like, because these are players that you're gonna be having for the next few years or whatever. And you
Oh,
in
dude,
Dynasty, you'd
I'm
be
more
just a
excited about my dynasty team that I won with this past year because I got Jamar Chase,
Mhm.
Joe Burrow, Lad McConkey, BTJ. Like my roster's stacked, and I'm like these are my guys.
crazy.
Yeah, dog. I know.
You have
How can you
insane roster. Ever been in a dynasty league and you pick the wrong players, it's so devastating because you're stuck with those players, and it's like you can trade them, you can try to trade them, but they might not be as valuable as you think they are, and they may not get better. So it's like you have to draft players with upside. You have to draft the right young players. I mean, it's a lot of different variables. It goes into the dynasty. So I mean, becoming
it's
great at
so
drafting,
satisfying when
becoming
you
great at
win?
team building, it definitely it's fun. Oh, it's fun when you win. Oh my goodness, it's fun when you win. It's fun when you have a good team. It's very frustrating when you don't win,
Yeah.
or when you be so close to winning and your players. I think the most frustrating thing is when you have a great regular season and your teams don't perform in the playoffs. Like that could be
It
the
was
most
just like one
frustrating thing
thing.
ever.
Oh, yeah, I could. Yeah, I know.
One thing, I guess we can talk about. Yeah, I think someone that's very standout when I'm going outside my team, Calvin Ridley. I
Yeah.
mean, he's had so many highlights over training camp. Him and Cam Ward, they have tremendous rapport, chemistry already. So that's one of the players I'm looking at, and hopefully my draft mates are not watching at this moment. But when,
Yeah, right.
of course, you should come and watch. But
Dog, I
but
hate to tell you,
he's
I've
someone
had
that I
my
definitely
eye on
have on my
Calvin Ridley as
on my
well.
radar. Him too. You too.
Yeah, I have. I'll tell you.
Hey, definitely want to say, what you say your strategy is when it comes to tight ends? Like, are you one of those guys that like to pick them early, or later in the rounds you just get anybody, or like try to get like a
Well,
starting tight end, I guess?
it genuinely depends on the size of the league. If you're somebody that's in a
Mhm.
league that's 8 person, I say get them early because your league mates are going to have access to all kinds of talent. So you need to get whatever kind of edge you can get. If it's 16 person, I say push it down because you're going to struggle to find starting running backs like even. So just you're going to find a starting tight end that will be good enough. you know, it's different finding
Right.
a tight end than a running back in a big league like that. So yeah, it depends on the league, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. And then like this year, I mean, this is a spoiler. I think you guys should pick Tyler Warren later. If you don't pick like Trey McBride or Brock Bowers, guys like that. Tyler Warren
He
late,
looks like a
get
stud.
him, and like maybe like getting like Tyler Warren and like another tight end, kind of like two tight ends, like solid tight ends. I think helps like later on in the draft. I think instead of like trying to get the top dudes, because they're. But yeah, yeah, man. Let's talk about some of the players that we refuse to draft now. I mean, we have players that have disappointed us, burned us in the past. We talked about that a little bit earlier, but
Yeah.
who are these guys that we just say, nah, they off limits now?
Well, I think more in tiers because now I've realized I've been burned so many times. Bad players on bad offenses. I don't care what their role is. I don't care if they're the RB1. Like, I'm not going to
Right,
draft a
right,
bad player on a bad offense, regardless of the volume. Um,
right.
in terms of specific players, man, the Jets offense has burned me multiple times in these last couple of years, including
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall
Yeah.
individually. I thought they were like they were about to make it happen. Like this is the year. And I feel like I've
Hmm.
thought that for like the last 2 years. Like,
Right.
so yeah, those are a couple of players that burn me.
Yeah. For me, I think it's Kyle Pitts. I mean, he's an obvious choice for most people. I mean, he had
Yeah,
so much
right.
potential coming in, and every year it's like, oh man, he's going off in camp or whatever. Or we're gonna get him really involved this year. We're gonna have him. We're gonna feed him the ball like multiple times. It's like I can't do it no more with him. He's like I just can't do it no more with him. It's
Less
too
poor
much.
soul that drafts Kyle Pitts in any of these leagues. And I don't
Yeah,
even
it's,
want this
it's
to go out because I want them to draft Kyle Pitts.
it's like draft him. Like you should go ahead and draft him. It's
Yeah,
like
no,
no,
he's at his athleticism. I mean, it's 1,000 yards his first year, they say.
absolutely, yeah, man. It's like, um, do you think are you one of those people that think that Patrick Mahomes might be one of those players that you might can't draft anymore? Like, of course, he's the best quarterback in the league, best player in the league, but as far as
Yeah,
fantasy purposes, the offense this last
it's not
couple
the
years
same.
hasn't been as explosive.
Not the
Yeah,
same.
so it's like, yeah, is he one of those players you think, maybe we can't draft him? Like,
It depends on the size of the league. I feel as though if it's a smaller league, you want every edge you can get, and maybe Pat Mahomes will be that. I don't think. I mean, he's kind of like you said, like their offense has
mhm,
changed. It's not as explosive as it was in the previous years,
right,
but they're still winning. Like they've found ways to win rather than okay, this is going to be our offense. They're going to be like, all right, we're going to be in a scrum every week. We're going to like try to like dare them to outplay us. We're both going to have like a small number of possessions, and we think we'll eke out, the win outside of that.
yeah,
So like they completely changed their game plan. They've slowed the game down, and
yeah,
I think yeah, I think if that's the case, for fantasy purposes, I would not want him, but for real life purposes, like
absolutely.
he's
You pick
doing
him up
well.
on that, whatever. Yeah, yeah. It's like it's working for them. They had a methodical style of offense now. You
Mhm.
know, like it's good enough for them to win. So it works that way. But for fantasy purposes, it's like
It doesn't work as well.
you
Yeah.
can't work it as well. Speaking of players, teams or players that I don't want anymore. The New Orleans Saints players, I don't want any of them no more. I'm sorry. Chris Olave, although I did trade for him, I think in another league.
Yeah.
It's like, but as far as redraft goes, I'm not picking him no more. As far as like redraft goes, just
Why is that?
because
Why specifically?
quarterback, like the quarterback position for them is just too bad for me. It isn't consistent enough, and then he gets injured a lot. Rashid Shaheed, great player. I love his game. I love it when I mean, he has so many when he gets those go routes and or the post routes and he's just catching it because he gets
Yeah.
by his defender every time. A lot of times throughout the game, but it's not consistent enough because the quarterback play isn't there. So
Yeah.
I think I'm done with the Saints players. Also, what's his name? Jawan Johnson, the tight end. Don't want him anymore. Um, there's another tight end. I'm not drafted anymore. Chiga Conquo. Thought he was going to be good for Tennessee Titans. Don't want
Right.
him anymore. Like any of the Titan players other than Calvin Ridley, I don't want because I don't trust him. Tony Pollard. I'm not gonna say I don't want to draft him, but he has burned me a little bit in the past because he has his. I mean, he's so inconsistent. He's up and down, up and down, up and down. I've been waiting for Tajay Spears to be consistent. He's not consistent either. So those are some of the players I do not want to draft anymore. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else off the top of my head.
I mean, you laid out. You gave a great deal.
Russell Wilson, do not want him anymore. Well,
No. Unless it's like a 20-person league, dog.
right, 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 right. Um, Travis Kelsey, I think he might be done, so I don't think I want to draft him anymore.
I just saw a
Although
video.
I don't think I. Yeah, go ahead.
with Travis Kelsey, I just saw a video about they were kind of dissecting when players fell off, and they were saying Travis Kelsey had his year 35 season last year and only picked up when there were injuries. And let's mark his trajectory with other 35 going on 36-year-old tight end comparison seasons. And they were like, oh, can't do it with Antonio Gates because he retired. Can't do it with Greg Olson because he retired. Can't do it with the Dallas Clark because he retired. And it's like the point was like, he is literally on wheels right now, and the trajectory is so clear.
Yeah, yeah. Like, although I don't think I ever drafted Travis Kelsey a lot, it's just now I feel like we can get him, he's more available to us because he's gonna drop in the draft just because his
Yeah.
production is, going down every the last couple of years. But I refuse to draft him. I can't. I think he's probably gonna retire after this year or next year, whichever,
The
I
last
guess.
experience I had with Travis Kelsey was 2 years ago when Jenna drafted him and Patrick Mahomes, and she went far into the playoffs because of
Oh
it.
yeah,
But she got the two together, and I would have never like endorsed it. But that year, it was just too perfect to pass up.
yeah. I mean, when he was in his prime, when they were cooking, like a
Yeah,
couple years ago, like before, like last.
exactly. 2 years ago. Yeah,
Travis Kelsey was like, you picked him, like you wanted to pick him, but it just was too risky just because he was going too high. Like people were picking him way too early. It's like, why would you pick him that early? But I get it, but at the same time, I don't. But
yeah.
it's like, yeah. But yeah, the quarterback position is interesting now. I think there's a lot of dual threat quarterbacks now. We got Lamar, Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts. I guess like you could say like the pure passers. They aren't as valued in fantasy. But who would you say are some of the guys like the pure passers that people should be drafting this year?
I think first and foremost is Joe Burrow. I mean, like he's the guy that
Absolutely.
if you're gonna go with somebody that's not a dual threat and still gets you points, it's got to be Joe Burrow because he's so dynamic with the football, so many touchdowns, accurate, not gonna get you negative points with the interceptions. Like he's a stud. Um, and then I guess if he's like the elite version, but if you have to take a step back and wait on QB, guys like Brock Purdy, just guys that do not make mistakes that are on good offenses. I feel
Right.
like he's like if I walk away with either Joe Burrow or Brock Purdy, I'll be like, nice,
Pretty good. Pretty good. Um, are you high on Bryce Young in fantasy or eh? A
I
sleeper
think he's
pick
about
right
to be a stud.
there. He's breaking out this year.
Yeah, that's all I'll
Don't
say.
tell anybody though.
That's all exactly. Don't listen.
I think as far as like players that we're looking at, I mean Bo Nix, Drake May, those are some of the new players that's coming in that we're looking at that could pop, that could break out at the position.
Yeah,
I think Justin Herbert is someone that people like to pick as far as pure quarterback.
they
I
call
don't really
it
know.
what is it?
Go ahead.
Captain. There's a meme going on with Justin Herbert. Oh yeah, if man. I don't know if you heard that, but they continuously they're memeing him on social media because
Hmm.
everyone says Justin Herbert would be the best quarterback if, you know, he would have
Yeah.
won a Super Bowl if, and they call him if man. And it's kind of funny because it's true, but it's just like ironic and like I'm like, dog, there's so many ifs in the NFL. There's variables everywhere. But
He does it to himself.
yeah,
He does it to
exactly.
himself. He's a great quarterback, great talent, I think. But in the playoffs, when you throw 4 interceptions, whatever it was last year,
Yeah.
games that you
And
obviously
then
can win.
come
It's
back
just
to, oh
yeah,
man,
and then you were up 27-0 the year before and then you lose. It's just hard to believe
yeah,
in players like that. As far as but fantasy purpose wise, he's decent. I mean, I'd be concerned because his weapons aren't that great. I mean,
yeah,
and then like they like to run the football, so his passes is going down every year. So that's something to look at. Um, but yeah, I think Drake May, one of the players I was talking about earlier, I think he has, I mean, he has good at running ability. He can make the throws. I think they're going to depend on him a lot. So
yeah.
he's someone, if you got a dynasty league, I think you should draft him. I mean, not, of course, not as one of the top quarterbacks, but later on, as you want your second and third quarterback, definitely look at him.
Certainly.
I mean, I would say Bo Nix, but I still want to see another year of him too, because I want to make sure that he's
I feel like he's a lot of
uh,
a product of the system, a little bit
right.
at least.
Yeah, you want to see it more.
Because Sean
Um,
Payton knows how to get his quarterbacks to
yeah,
work.
absolutely. Like, how do you feel about Caleb Williams? Is he someone that you still want to wait and see to see if he can, you know, produce, or you?
Caleb Williams he's interesting because he has all the talent in the world, but
Mhm.
as a leader to like lead the people around him, he seems like he has some immaturity issues, I think. And I could see that it's making it not like a cohesive environment. That on top of he's slightly erratic with the football in his hand, despite his top tier talent. Like it makes me think, man, honestly, I'm glad we have Bryce Young. I was jealous of them for a little bit, but now I'm glad we have Bryce Young.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I think Caleb Williams has an incredible upside, but I don't know if he has both the temperament and the ability to be efficient and not, always go for the big throw, um, to
yeah,
allow him to thrive.
yeah. I think they definitely improved the offensive line this summer. I mean, they're in the off season, so that should help them. Ben Johnson going there helps him just because he's one of the best
Certainly.
offensive minds in the league. Yes. I mean, look what he did with Jared Goff. I mean,
Yeah.
so it and then Caleb Williams has much more talent. So it's interesting. I think Dynasty League you should probably draft him. Redraft League I wouldn't draft him this year, but unless you just think he's gonna have a breakout year this year, I'm not really sure yet.
Yeah, I think Dynasty, where there's more variables, I think that's a great place to draft somebody like Caleb Williams.
Yeah, yeah. Not as your first quarterback though, but as your second or
Yeah,
third quarterback.
as a backup option. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Two players I think that people are like, he's I mean, but he has an upside because he's rushing ability. Kyler Murray and Justin Fields. How do you feel about those two players particularly?
So, two different players. I say, starting off with Justin Fields and the Jets, I'm slightly fading the Jets offense.
Mhm,
Not because I don't think they can physically like be good, but
mhm,
it's just difficult to see. They're already starting to talk about Braylon Allen integrating more into the offense. And so Brees Hall is not going to be like the main guy like he was in the
mhm,
past. And then with Garrett Wilson, it's Justin Fields is the type of quarterback that rushes for 1,000 yards and passes for 2,000. Like
yeah.
I feel as though he's not going to be fed in the way that he has been in the past. And he's been not that efficient, not due to his own thing, because I think Garrett Wilson is a great player, but I just think he hasn't been efficient because of the bad quarterback play, and it's not much of an upgrade. So I think he's going to continue to make great explosive plays and have a lot of missed potential. So Garrett Wilson and then Brees Hall, they're saying that they're going to maybe diversify their portfolio a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you can expect a lot of running from them. I mean, the only reason you would even draft Justin Fields really is because of the rushing ability.
Yeah,
Um,
he's only good for
that's
fantasy. Like, yeah,
yeah, like because he's not consistent enough as a passer. So we'll see what he does. I mean, if they get in the red zone, I mean, he can do his thing. I mean, he might have some runs he runs off. But yeah, talk about Kyler Murray a little bit too.
yeah, that's right. Kyler Murray, I think he's a great quarterback, has great rushing ability. Not as good as Justin Fields' rushing ability. Not as dynamic, I would say. Maybe maybe more dynamic, not as complete. He's more elusive. Justin Fields is more, he can get it done, like plow over
Mhm.
people a little bit,
Right.
and he has the speed. But Kyler Murray is also a better quarterback than Justin Fields, just
Mhm.
from every objective metric. Like I don't think that's like an object. Like I think that's an objective claim. Like he's a better quarterback, and at least his statistics show. And so, I'm I'm thinking Kyler Murray has the capacity to grow in the NFL level, but he has the capacity, but I think he might have reached the ceiling. I think
Right.
it's more likely that he reached his ceiling, that what he has been is what he is. And that's not throwing in the middle of the field, having trouble in the red zone, but making dynamic plays all throughout the field, throwing in, running.
Yeah.
So similar outcome as Justin Fields almost, but not the same way of it happening. He just doesn't see the middle of the field as well, and he sees the outside tremendously. So I
Yeah.
think he could throw a 50-yard dart like as he's falling, to the outside, but he's not going to consistently just cut and then hit the, 3rd and 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kyler Murray, like he can tell he has like, immense talent. I
Yeah.
think with him, it's more like the mental side, like reading defenses and
Call of Duty
like
came out, homie. Didn't you hear?
yeah, it's like the mental side is more like the issue with him reading defenses, knowing where to go with the football. That's more of the issue he has. So I think, I mean, it's fantasy purpose wise, he's good, but I just don't. He's more like on the. I wouldn't. He's not like at the very top, but he's like mid tier, I guess you could say. He's
Yeah.
definitely. You probably take him over like the pure passing quarterbacks other than like Joe Burrow, but and like Brock Purdy, like after those two, you probably would go after him after the top four: Jaden Daniels, Lamar, Jalen Hurts,
Yeah,
Josh
I
Allen.
mean the rushing ability is just in fantasy. It's you can't replace it.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so I guess there's like a couple more guys I guess we can discuss real quick. As far as like Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Jordan Love. Who else? Who else I'm thinking about? Baker Mayfield, guys like that. Like who would you say is like the best option out of those guys? Like Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield.
Well, I would say it definitely depends on ADP. Like
Hmm.
if because Baker Mayfield is being drafted, he had an incredibly efficient season last year, but he's being drafted as if he's gonna like replicate that or even has a ceiling to make it go higher. No, he had the best possible ceiling for his offense
Right,
last year.
right.
Like
Yeah. So you expect them to regress this year?
yes,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He hit the ceiling last year of what could be
Hmm.
like his touchdown efficiency was incredible. Like no interceptions, the yardage increased. Like that's the top of Baker Mayfield. It's not like now in fantasy football. Like in
Yeah.
real life, it's great to have a quarterback like that. But in fantasy football, you're not going to get like now an added bonus of rushing touchdowns like Josh Allen, you know.
Yeah. 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 It all really. I mean, and then like they lost their offensive coordinator too, Liam Cohen. So I don't like. I think he's had what three straight like new coordinators. So I don't know. I guess he might continue the trend of being good with different coordinators, but at some
That's right.
point you may think he's gonna regress to the mean.
Yeah.
Like Jared Goff, the kind of the same thing, like losing his offensive coordinator. With Ben Johnson, I mean, they have so much talent with Sam Laporta and Amon St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery. It's just like, can he continue? Like, I know sometimes he can be turnover prone with his interceptions. Like, can he keep that down?
Yeah.
So I think Ben Johnson definitely schemed up a lot of different things. So as a coordinator this year, like a good enough coordinator to scheme up some different things, they like to do the trick plays and different things like that. They get like defenses like keep them on their toes, I guess you could say. So
Yeah.
how
That's
are
what
they good
pissed
with
me
that?
off. That's what pissed me off about Matt Rule. Speaking about the Panthers, is he
Mhm.
would say like the way we win the game is by minimizing turnovers and capitalizing on other teams' mistakes. Like he would like say it as though that's what football is. Like the one
That's
that
it.
did that, like, and I'm like, wait, but what about like innovative offenses? Like, do you have any
Right,
idea?
right, right.
Oh, you know what he said that really pissed me off one time? He said after a loss, he was like, our team's not built to come from behind like that. And I'm like, you're building the team. What do you mean?
It's literally a job.
That pissed me off, homie. It literally actually pissed me off. I remember this, and that's why I'm glad Matt Rule's not on our team. That and the way he disrespected Cam Newton, that made me laugh so much in retrospect. It was not funny at the time, but in retrospect, he was like, "Yeah, no, it's just you gotta minimize mistakes, and that's how you win, and that's it." Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, One of our last questions. Who do you think is the best player in fantasy football, and I guess two separate questions. Who do you think is the best player in fantasy football right now? And then who do you think has the potential to become that in the next couple of years?
I thought you were going to say the greatest of all time, and I was going to say LaDainian Tomlinson, 2006. But
Oh yeah, we can talk about that as well. Like talk about that
okay,
year. Yeah.
that was just my answer. I can still answer the other way.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so right now the best. I have to say, okay. So when you say right now the best, do you mean like this year, or
Yeah.
is the one in the future this year as well?
Well, this one that'd be keep your eye on for the future.
Okay, so for this year, I'll say still Christian McCaffrey. I really think
Mm.
in that Kyle Shanahan offense, if he's it's not like he got bad, like he was just hurt. If he plays, he's good, you know? And
Right.
they're saying he's playing, so I think there's no reason to count him out. Um,
Yeah.
and then for the future, I gotta say Tataroa McMillan, man. I'm so excited. I I drafted him that
Yeah,
high
I'm with it.
for a reason. I drafted him that high for a reason. I'm hyped to see what he can do this year. He's so fluid. How did he fall to 8 even? It's like I feel like we got Justin Jefferson like when he fell to 22 because there was just like prospect fatigue, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
He's so smooth.
yeah. I love those picks. Christian McCaffrey, I mean, over the years, he's been one of the most, prized possessions. I mean, everybody wanted him. If you got that first pick, it's almost automatic he's gonna be the first
I
pick.
had the first pick last year and I use it unfortunately on CMC
Yeah, I mean,
because he was hurt.
I think the thing with Christian McCaffrey is at this point in his career, he's getting older and he's had so many carries on his body that I think every other year you should probably pick him. I think that is probably the best year. Like last year was injured, so this year you should probably expect him to be healthy because last year he got injured. I feel like the year before that he was healthy, and then the year before that he got injured. So it's kind of like every other year type of thing. He's getting
Yeah.
injured and he's been healthy.
That's
So
what I was
I
telling
think
Jenna when she was debating because she's the one that took her. She's the one that took him. Because I was like, hey, he might be injury prone, but his comeback is hard because he got
Yeah,
hurt for like a whole year on the Panthers and then came back for 2 years, one half with the Panthers, and then the second half he was traded to the 49ers, killed it with the 49ers, and then had his best season ever since his
yeah,
2019 season, at least with the 49ers the next year. So he can bounce
yeah,
back.
yeah, definitely. Tenero McMillan, I love that other pick just because he has so much upside, his ability,
Yeah.
his versatility, his ability, his after the, I mean, the way he can, moves on the field is so fluid, like you were saying. And then, like, after the catch, I mean, people sleep on his ability to, get yards after the catch. I think there's something that's underrated in his game.
He's so
So,
quick and fluid. I've seen it. It's like the second he catches the ball, and this is what makes Puka Nakua so great too. The second he catches the ball, it's like he goes into like game changer mode. He like does little quick spins, like he catches it and spins, like just trying to like go forward and build momentum. He understands space very well.
yeah.
And he's an incredible, like, I mean, his radius is insane. He has incredible hand-eye coordination. He's going to be a star. I don't know how he fell to 8, to be honest.
Definitely think he's going to be a star. And this is size, and, his size is so good too. So, yeah.
I think
Going
people
back to
get
the
too
question.
enamored.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think people get too enamored with like testing numbers. That's why I think he fell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very true. But getting back to the question about the best player in fantasy, man, Christian McCaffrey's a great answer. I think Lamar Jackson has become that over the last couple of years with Christian McCaffrey becoming injured. I think Lamar, if you have him, it's kind of like a cheat code just because he's played so well. I mean, last year he had what, like 40, I think it was like 47 total touchdowns. I mean, all the yards he had, I have him in my dynasty league.
He would have
Like,
been
he's
MVP
amazing
most
play. Yeah,
if it wasn't for last year that Josh Allen got it, he would have been MVP. Most years.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So he had an outstanding year. I think this is the combination of his rushing ability and his passing ability. He's gotten better as a passer every single year. I think last year was the best we ever seen him passing. I mean, the throws he was making, I mean, how consistent he's been with his throws and his ability to make every throw on the field. And then, of course, you get him out in open field, he can take it to the house. I mean, he's just an explosive player, period. As well
Yeah.
in the pass game and in the run game. So you can't lose with it. I mean, he has the ball in every play, obviously. But yeah, man, he's my best player as far as right now. It's so many great players we got in the leagues right now. Like a lot of people, Jamar Chase, he was great last year, led the league in touchdowns, catches and yards and all that. Justin Jefferson, he's been up there in the conversation. Of course, his quarterback position kind of concerns me because I don't know what JJ McCarthy's going to do this year.
Yeah.
So that's something that kind of hurts him. I think the running backs, oh my goodness, Bijan Robinson, great. Jahmyr Gibbs, great. As far as they're coming like in that mode that Christian McCaffrey set the tone. He's still like they're in that mode, like just like go after him, like being in that. So those two, and then one more, Jaden Daniels. I think in the future he has the ability to become like the next great, like next best player in fantasy, just because similar to Lamar, his throwing ability and his running ability. I mean, his ability to make throws and make all the explosive throws and have explosive
Honestly,
runs
I,
too.
I I love Bryce Young, but the one quarterback that I'm like, dang, you guys got a good one is Jaden Daniels.
Man, his rookie year was insane, insane.
His playing ability, he has such great spatial awareness and he has that upside athleticism. Like, man, like his ceiling is the roof, as Michael Jordan would say.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. But yeah, for those who aren't into fantasy yet and are trying to get into fantasy, I mean, get into it, man. It's so much fun when you're winning, and then you have so much fun drafting and interacting with your friends and family members, trash
Yeah.
talk, all of
Yeah.
that. And
No, it is
like, I
great.
mean,
That's like the community aspect of it is like the best part of fantasy.
absolutely. It's like it's not. I'm in like so many leagues. I'm probably like in 10 leagues or something like that.
Dang, dang,
Yeah,
dog.
I think I'm like in 10 leagues now. It's just it becomes addicting. I mean,
Yeah.
just picking teams. And then when you're in Dynasty, just because you be like, man, can I pick a better team than I picked before? Just because like
Dude, I'm only in one dynasty league and I won the first year. I cannot imagine if I hated my well, actually no, I'm in yours as well, and I do hate my team. Actually, I stand corrected.
yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious. But
Yeah, but
only
yeah.
one paid one I meant.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in a couple of paid ones. I mean, yeah, it definitely the stakes are high in those. The stakes are high. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
I mean, it just helps you. I mean, it makes the Sunday more enjoyable or football weekend more enjoyable because you're watching all the games. You're watching your team first and foremost, but then and then after your game is over, you're focusing on all these teams. You're watching all the games. Red zone is amazing now just
it
because
just
you're on
adds
football.
enjoyment. Yeah, you care way
Absolutely.
more. It adds enjoyment, and then you start following the storylines, and then you even care about other teams sometimes. Like you're like,
Yeah, it enhances the watching the football like watching experience.
experience. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you never been more into it. I mean, and then now they have Red Zone and Sunday Ticket. You can watch all the games, so it just helps with
yeah.
that.
Scott Hansen.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be all for us for today. Glad you guys were able to join us. Keep coming back for more content. We're gonna bring it to you. We're
Really,
gonna once the season starts, we definitely gonna be here every week bringing you guys content.
talk about
Um,
the week that happened.
yeah, absolutely talking about the biggest stories in the game. Just giving you guys that passion, that love that we have for sports, and just giving it to you guys. So yeah, stay tuned. But have a
Word.
good day. Have a good week.
All right. Till next time.
Till next time.